Well, if you have a dog, if you have a child in daycare, or if you eat out often, you could actually have some company living with you. And check this out, and you might not even know it. Is this some alien creature or some crazy scientific experiment? Well, it's something closer to home than you think. This little guy could be living right under your nose, in your intestines. And he and his offspring could be the reason you're overweight, have allergies, stomach aches, colds, you name it. But there are ways to keep him out of your body, and popular nutritionist Ann Louise Gittleman will tell you how.
Well, please welcome back to the 700 Club nutritionist and best-selling author, Ann Louise Gittleman. So good to see you today.
Nice to see you.
This isn't a pleasant subject you're talking about. Gut flush. Come on.
Not pleasant, but so important.
How did you get into this stuff?
I got into it because I saw what was coming out of the human body when people were suffering from allergies and asthma and arthritis and even problems like chronic fatigue and didn't know what was bothering them. When they did a colon cleanse, we've got some of the products on this table right here. The creatures of the Blue Lagoon all came out, and seeing is believing. So I believe that 8 out of 10 of us may be harboring an uninvited guest.
Stop it.
Well, the thing I find fascinating, is the fact that, Pat and I, we always talk about, traveling, and when you're in third world countries, parasites and ringworm, we're kind of used to that, but here in America, we don't think that if you eat certain foods, we can get it.
And it's very prevalent here in America, and that's really where the misconception comes. We give fancy drugs like the Albenza and the tinidazole if you're going overseas. But here, you've got to take more natural precautions. And so there are a whole listing of foods that I talk about, and there's a certain colon cleanse that I suggest people do twice a year. Springtime, which is now, and right after the holidays when you've eaten all sorts of sugar, which is the parasite's favorite food, Christy.
You see, everybody should do that?
I say everybody.
Everybody?
Including you, Pat.
I'll tell you why. Well, we don't know about Pat, but I will tell you why. And that is because there are so many prevalent ways that you pick these things up. First of all, if you travel internationally, look at the water supply. Look at the food that we're eating. Half of it is uncooked. If you go to restaurants, fish is uncooked. The beef is uncooked. Chicken, God only knows what's happening with chicken. And if you eat out a lot and eat salads, because we hear that lots of salads and fruits and vegetables are good for you, they may not be washed properly. And we know what's in the water that may not be washing some of those fruits and vegetables. So there's a lot of ways in our lifestyle that you could be taking these things, and it creates toxic overload.
How about obesity? How does this relate to obesity?
Well, interestingly enough, we used to think that if you wanted to lose weight, just eat a pill that has a tapeworm. And years ago, there were diet pills that actually.
I'm like,
That's true. It really was.
There really was. It was back in the 50s. But now there's new research out of Penn State that suggests that parasites could be making you fat because they block nutrients, and that when you've got a parasite, even a microscopic invader, it creates inflammation, which depresses your metabolism. Very interesting stuff. So if you want to lose weight, get on the gut flush plan, and then you will see all that weight just come off.
Flush those little critters. What do you suggest?
Well, I suggest we start flushing immediately.
Okay. All right, start the flush.
Start the flush.